Hello to the nation. Hello to the nation, Dr. PlayStation Nation here to you guys in the mod spotlight world. Sorry for the abundance of mod spotlights, guys. Simply been some pretty interesting mods coming up, so I've been wanting to do a lot of them, show you guys all the cool new stuff, and I'm in fire in Minecraft. So this is going to be a mod spotlight. It's going to be called the Dun 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 Little Maid mod by Kuro Nico 87, guys. This is a pretty cool mod. I saw it was in alpha, and I was like, you know, it's an alpha 0.02 or 0.2, and I was like, I don't know if I want to test this out. And I looked at it and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool, I'll bite. And then I went to go install it. Now it's a Forge compatible mod, so if you guys want to know how to install Forge mod loader, make sure you guys click on the annotation on screen or the link in the description to the easiest, fastest Forge mod loader install tutorial for the most recent version of Minecraft. Or you guys can click on the other corner of the screen if you guys want to check out any of my other over 100 mod spotlights for you guys. You guys can go check those out. But anyway, I did check that out, and it's a Forge mod loader compatible mod. It was a little bit more difficult than the average mod, simply because you need to install the mod, then you also need to add in the player models, but it's very simple. It's like 3 or 4 steps. I just couldn't get the sound pack to work, but the mod works perfectly fine without the sounds, so everything's good with that. Yeah, so anyway, as you guys can see, we have a ton of different little maids. Now, these maids are going to spawn throughout the world just like you would, say, a wolf, and you're going to need to tame these maids. So these maids need to be tamed. As you guys can see, they don't have a little thing in their hair and all that sort of stuff, so I'm going to need to tame them. So say I were to find one, you want to walk up to it with a piece of cake. You're going to walk up to it with a piece of cake, and you can go through and you can actually just click them, and they will be contracted to you. So basically, when you start getting a maid contracted to you, and they're actually teleporting around to me, which isn't good. I don't want that. When you start getting a maid contracted, basically what that means is the maid will stick to you like glue. And we're actually going to, I'm going to head over to this chest over here. Hopefully more of them don't teleport. Please don't teleport. That one did. And we're going to actually make them all stay still by giving them sugar. So we are renewing our contract by giving them a little bit of sugar. So there you go. You're gonna stay still, you're gonna stay still, stay still, stay still, stay still. So they're all gonna stay still now because of that. Now, if you will go ahead and, if you guys, I turned off sounds, so right now they actually will all have gassed sounds, which it sounds pretty creepy. Get in your, okay, come here, come here, come here. Get inside the little fence area. Get inside the little fence area. Come on in here with me. Come on in here with me. There you go, now stay still. So anyway, these guys all should be staying still now, and we're gonna go over. So there's about 12 plus-ish different types of, or different states that these maids can be in. And now they kind of got all messed up, which I'm not super happy about, but I guess we'll figure it out. So the first one's waiting. So as you guys can see, they're all waiting. They're all waiting for the duty that you set out to do. So we have this 7-day contract. 7 days from now, they're gonna request more sugar, and if we don't give it to them, then we're actually going to need to start over the contracting process all over again. So as you guys saw, there was other things in this chest too, so you can actually color all these guys, or all these girls, I should say, and you can do that with dyes. So if you have various colored dyes, like red dye, dandelion yellow, magenta pink, you guys can actually go and just click on them, and it'll color their little their hair ribbon area with various colors. So there is a little bit of visual glitches, as you guys can see. You know, sometimes it will glitch out and cause them to go invisible or something similar. So anyway, now that you have your maids, as you guys can see, they're all tamed to me. They're all waiting around for me to tell them what to do. What can they actually do? So first of all, what you can do with them is waiting mode. So waiting mode is what they're in right now. So I've completed my contract. Then we have escort mode. Escort mode is what this little maid is in right now. So as you guys can see, she's following me around. We got these two invisible ones right here, which we can actually, I'm actually gonna go about and kill them so that we don't have to deal with them anymore. Wait for it. Oh, there we go. There we go. And there, you're dead. And they'll actually give you sugar back. So, oh my goodness, oh my, there, die, 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 and there we go, we got more sugar. So this is waiting mode, this is escort mode, which they'll follow you around and wait for you to give them something else to do. So I can give them more sugar, that sort of thing. Anyway, next one is going to be fencer mode. So fencer mode is simply when in the first slot you're going to Oh, sorry. In the first slot, if you guys right-click, you guys are going to be able to drop in a diamond sword. And as you guys can also see, you guys can pick different origins. You guys can pick different models that they can be, stuff like that, which is quite interesting. So, you know, you can pick armor, all that sort of stuff. Select that. But anyway, now that we've given her this sword, what we're going to need to do is click on her with sugar. So every time you change one of these modes or statuses or anything like that, you're going to need to give them another piece of sugar. So now they went back into waiting mode, and now they are actually in fencing mode. So they actually look kind of badass with, you know, the little maid walking around with this big sword. So if there's any if there's any aggressive mobs, the maid will go about killing them very quickly for us, which is awesome. The next one is going to be Archer. So Archer is actually going to be quite cool, self-explanatory. You pretty much are going to go about giving your little maid a bow with some arrows, and then you just simply click, and boom, there you go. Now this little maid is walking around with her bow and arrows, and she's going to shoot any aggressive mobs. The next one being Bloodsucker. So Bloodsucker is a little bit different than the ones that we were looking at before. This one, you're actually going to give them an axe, and that axe is going to kill all passive. And that axe is going to actually make sure that the maid will kill all passive mobs as well. Now you can change this. If I were to get a book like so, I can actually go look for the Bloodsucker right here, click on the Bloodsucker, and now you can actually change the way that they react to various enemies and whatnot. So you can say done. Now in normal mode, that will use up the book. Same thing goes for the other maids as well, so you can actually pick which ones they're going to target, and you can actually have one. So say you were going to the Nether, you could be like, okay, so we don't want to target, you know, we don't want to target zombie pigmen for one. Or say you wanted to have, say you had like 10 of these maids around you, like an army, and you only wanted 1 to attack skeletons, and you wanted 3 to attack creepers or something like that. That would be quite interesting. The next one is going to be Ripper. So Ripper is actually going to be given shears. So if we give this Ripper right here shears, you guys will be able to see that now again you can pick sort of the trigger select, but also now she's going to be carrying around these shears, and she's actually going to look for any and all. And as you guys saw, so I'm back now. My Minecraft just crashed. So as you guys saw it previously, hopefully, that maid just shot at a zombie, which killed it, which was kind of cool. So it shows that they actually do work. So again, the next one is going to be Ripper. So she's going to have these shears on her. If I were to activate her, boom, she's going to look around for sheep and actually try and kill them. So, or not kill them, sorry, shear them. That would defeat the purpose. The next one's going to be Demo, and now we don't have a demo right here because I'm actually going to be putting the demo elsewhere. But as you guys could imagine, by demo or demolition or that sort of name, they're going to demolish things. So if you give them TNT, depending on how much TNT you give them, they'll make up a more massive explosion, kind of like this suicide bomber type thing. Next one will be Torture. The Torture is actually going to be, if you give the Torture, so we had to empty out one of these slots. If we give the Torture some torches, and then we activate the Torture, they will actually follow you around and lay down torches in dark areas. Now this specifically works in dark areas. The next one's going to be the Cooking Maid. So the Cooking Maid is quite cool. If you give her some coal in the first inventory slot, and then you give either food or ores, they'll actually go to the nearest furnace and actually start smelting those things for you. So right now, I don't believe there's a furnace near enough for the maid to actually go and use. So if we actually were to go grab furnace like so, and we were to place this down right here, as you can see, the maid has went ahead and put the raw pork chops in the furnace, and once that's done, she will grab that and put that into her inventory. The next one is going to be the Healer. So the Healer, you can actually give splash potions of healing or even food. So let's just repurpose the Torture here, considering the Torture won't actually be doing anything because this isn't dark. But say we were to give the Torture all of these splash potions of healing and the stake, and then we were to click the Torture the Torture, which is now a Healer, they will actually follow me around, and as I lose health, they will throw those splash potions of healing at me. The next one's going to be the Pharmacist. So the Pharmacist, you give water bottles and items that you can use toward brewing, and then they will actually be able to help you out too. So we're actually going to, I'm going to click on the maid right here. We're going to give her the water bottles as well as the nether wart and sugar to make, you know, a splash potion of speed, or a potion of speed or something similar. And then what they will do, just like the smelter will, is if we activate them, like so, we can actually get a brewing stand, like so, and then we can place down this brewing stand right maybe here, and the brewer, or the pharmacist, is actually going to go in there and drop down the nether wart to start making the mundane potions, and then we'll actually manage to make sure that they turn into potions of swiftness. So now finally we're going to be talking about the freedom, redstone, clock, and string. So these are all in one, just for the simple reason that they're very simple. So freedom is going to be with a feather. If we were to click any of these ones with a feather, it's actually going to turn them into freedom maids, which means that they have a little bit more ability to wander around. So if we actually, there we go. So they'll actually wander around a little bit more if they were left alone or something. They're still going to follow you if you're around them, but they will walk around a little bit. The next one that we can look at is the redstone, so the redstone torch ability. So say we did drop a redstone torch here, we could actually go and click all of these ones with redstone, and we didn't, she needs to be out of that mode. And, oh, she actually needs a mode, so we're going to go like that and click. Can I not assign more than one? So as you guys can see, I did click them with the redstone, which made them want to go toward that redstone torch and stay there. I guess I can't assign more than two to a particular redstone torch, but as you guys can see, if I made more redstone torches, they will follow over to those redstone torches and stay there. The next one is going to be the clock. So if we were to give one of these people a clock, so say we gave this this maid right here a clock instead of the axe, what they will actually do is they will name out the time. This only works with the sound pack, which I sadly didn't get to work, but if the sound pack was on, they'd be making a lot of noises right now, telling you what time of day it is, whether it's daytime, nighttime, that sort of thing. And then finally we have the string, which we can actually click on various maids and make them come with us if they're not in follow mode. So say you don't have any string or something similar, you could actually use, or say you didn't have any sugar on you, but you wanted to make sure that the maids came with you, putting the string on, or say you wanted to make them follow a more specific path, putting the string on them could help. So anyway, that is that, and we switch out, and then they're still going to be on the string with us, so you guys can see that. And I believe if you click them with the string, it'll disconnect the string from them, and you can continue walking. And now, finally, without further ado, let's get this demolition, the demolition maid going here. So we're actually going to make sure we have sugar. We're going to make sure we have all of this TNT here. And we're actually going to go place this demolition maid over here. So we will need some cake, so we do have cake. So we're going to go like this. We're going to place down a maid. We're going to tame the maid. We're going to give her some cake so that she stays still. We're then going to, oh, I should give her more cake to stay still. We're then going to give her all of this TNT, as you guys can see here, and then clicking with sugar is going to activate her into demolition mode. So if you actually hit her once, she takes 1 bit of health, and oh my god, she explodes with freaking craziness. So that was, I didn't actually test that out. Holy crap, that was cool. But anyway, that was actually really awesome. I'm very excited about that. Holy crap. That was cool. And it's not necessarily a huge investment, I guess. I guess if you wanted to clear out an entire mine area or something like that. So that was actually pretty cool. But anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy. Make sure you guys slam that like button down below. Subscribe to the nation if you already haven't. Check out any of my other mod spotlights in the mod spotlight playlist with over 100 mods for the most current version of Minecraft. But anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'm the Doctor, and I'm out. Bye.